Katie, I'm the UK Colour Ambassador for Rusk, and this is my model Kate. As hairdressers, a lot of the time we have clients that come in with absolutely gorgeous natural colour like this, and they can sometimes be a little bit afraid about having colour on their hair. Rusk has got some great products within the range that can help to enhance rather than cover up what's already there. So we're going to be working with a high lift golden tone that's going to very subtly lift the hair to more of a golden blonde, and then also work in a slightly more coppery tone to what she is, just to help to bring it back to life again. I'm going to be using 7.4C in the demi range, which is very similar to Kate's natural colour, so it will just help to give it some shine and just to intensify it slightly. I'm mixing this with the demi developer. And then the second colour is SL03G, which is a lightning with a gold tone to it. So usually you would mix this with at least 30 vol or 40 vol, but for this instance we literally just want to disturb the natural pigment of a hair. So by using it with 10 vol, it's not going to go very light, but it will just have hair have a sparkle to it and lift it just that little bit. So for this technique, what we're going to be doing is predominantly working through the underneath sections of the hair, because at the longest point, this is where the hair's looking a little bit tired. I'm just literally drawing a zigzag with my tail comb and just picking up that top section. So it's going to create a bit more of a veil so that the hair is left completely natural on that top part. And then just make sure that's secured with a clip. So I'm just going to do exactly the same thing with my pintail comb, starting at the front, just wiggling a zigzagging motion. So now the top section is secure, we're going to start by working through one of the side panels. So I'm going to start my first section at the temple point, and my sections are going to be slightly diagonal, and my sections will follow all the way through into the back part of the head as well. Now when I'm applying my colour, I am going to be using a balayage board, but I'm only going to be starting from past the shoulder and downwards, purely because the colour through the top part of the hair is so beautiful. It's kind of just the tired ends that we want to be working through. But I am going to be working with quite chunky sections because there is so much hair. If the weaves were too fine, then the colour would get lost within the rest of the hair. Putting my balayage board in about halfway down, and then I'm going to start applying the lightest colour first, so that at the longest point of the hair we've got the lightness coming through. Again, I'm using the angle of my brush, just stroking through the hair, and I'll alternate each section between my copper colour and my lightning colour, so we get a real natural result. So starting my weaves, again quite chunky because of the amount of hair that we're working on, but this time I'm going in with my copper tone. So using another board, so as you're working with two different colours, we've got two boards. Again, placing the board at about halfway down and then stroking through the hair. Now because the width of sections are quite wide, I'm going to do two colours on one section. So my back part of that section is my copper, but it's always nice around the face to have lighter tones. So I'm going to introduce another section with my golden light as well. So I'm going to continue to do that pretty much until I meet the top section that I've already sectioned off, and then repeat the process on the other side. Okay, so we've finished doing that whole technique across each side, and now we're going to let that sit on the hair for about half an hour. So we've rinsed those lights out of Kate's hair. Now I'm just about to apply the clear over the top of the whole head. I'm just going to start applying this literally at the front of the head first, working this all the way through to the mid-lengths and ends. So I'm literally going to work this through all the way from roots to tip and leave for 5 minutes. Okay, so we've just rinsed off Kate's gloss, and I've shampooed it with moisture shampoo and conditioner. Because the hair's got a frizzy texture to it, it's really going to help with the oil that's in the shampoo to really nourish it and give it lots of shine. And she's ready for styling. So this is our finished look on Kate, a real enhancement on a beautiful natural copper.